right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Comix Asylum Live. I am Steve, and I'm here with Vaughn.
Hello, hello.
How's everyone doing?
On this side, doing good, doing good.
Good, good,
Can't
good,
complain.
good, good, good. I know you've been busy doing some stuff for us as well as your own thing. So
Trying.
that's good. That's good. So let's kind of hop into it. Some good casting news, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to some Marvel movies. I'm not quite sure though, especially after Brand New Day, if I have any faith in what they're going to do with it.
I
Um,
mean,
but
I have
casting
faith.
wise, casting wise, I'm good.
My only contention is that means that they're not starting from scratch. They're starting midway point, if not later, if they're casting Emma Frost in this.
Yeah, I could see
Right?
that. I could see that. And the news is that Samara Weaving is going to be cast as Emma Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and this is courtesy of Variety.
I think it's Variety and Deadline are casting it. So
Yeah,
and that Marvel hasn't commented on it. So seems like it's a pretty heavy lock, but
they haven't come out and said no,
they haven't said no. But
right?
Marvel doesn't really generally comment on casting that much
Yeah.
ever.
And the interesting thing is, I didn't realize this, but she's actually related to
Yeah, Hugo.
Hugo Weaving,
Yeah, I think
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anders. I think it's her dad is his brother.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think something like that.
Yeah. How you doing, Al?
Hey,
Thanks for
man.
joining us.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the actor family life, right? So it's one thing, but so that is she an full Aussie then?
Yeah, yeah, she's from Australia.
Because he's an Aussie, right?
Yeah, but like when you think of like her look, she
Yeah.
looks great. She actually
Yep.
looks a lot like how they represent her in X-Men '97,
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be
right?
interesting to see what they do with it. But I'm not a big fan of that story, like that era of X-Men.
Hmm.
So I don't know what stories that they would tell that would relate to me. Hopefully, it's not the Krakoa era. Please, God, don't be the Krakoa era.
Well, we'll see. So this is courtesy of Variety. Brett Lang,
Hmm.
Samara Weaving to play Emma Frost in Marvel's X-Men reboot. She's going to move from Ready or Not to the MCU. The Australian actress has been cast in Marvel's reboot of the X-Men. Weaving will play Emma Frost, who in comics lore has moved from supervillain to superhero over the course of the mutants' long, long run in print. Telepathy is her jam. Also, I guess a love interest, one of the many for
Scott Summers, yeah.
Scott Summers. So we'll
Yeah.
see. Hey, Adam, what's up?
Yeah.
How you doing? Yes, Al, you're correct. It is Hugo's niece.
Yeah.
Al says I was hoping they would do more, doing more than First Class again, and the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm not a-
I really after like, is it too late to say spoiler alert?
I think it's been long enough.
Okay, so after Jean Grey has been introduced into the MCU with
The
Brandon Day,
worst kept secret in Hollywood.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I really have no idea what they're going to do, how they're going to set up the X-Men.
Yeah.
Um,
My concern is what era that they're going to do it as, right? Because
Mhm.
that's where it kind of comes into play. And that, at least to me, it kind of helps determine what stories they might go down the paths
Right.
of. But
right.
that era of X-Men, I wouldn't say was the best era of X-Men in some of the stories that they did with Emma Frost on the team.
Now is that the one where like Magneto's twin? Am I getting this wrong? Magneto had a twin, and they were doing the school again, and he was kind of running the school.
No, I'm not too sure which one that was.
Okay.
I have a feeling what they'll do, which is kind of a weird one. I have a feeling they'll do Astonishing X-Men, which will be,
Is that Josh Whedon's?
and that's the weird part, is the Josh Whedon era when he did that book, right? So, wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. Imagine that, eh?
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
yeah.
Right.
So that's the only storyline that I feel is pretty coherent that they could do. They'll have to tweak a couple things, but I think that's a pretty good era because it has a whole bunch of stuff about the Sentinels and all that kind of stuff as well too. Talks about the Danger Room. It has Beast. It has Wolverine. It has Emma. It has Jean. It has Scott. It has all those elements in it. So and I would say that's one of the more prolific ones that they've done as of late.
Okay.
Outside of the Kokera era. So I'm not too sure what they'll do.
Yeah, Adam agrees with you. Not super familiar with anything past Onslaught.
Yeah, like after Onslaught, I would say a lot of it went downhill, and then they were caught in this like mediocre, if not low mediocre tier for a long time. A little bit after until like because they had done like Extreme X Force, and stuff like that, Extreme X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of material. So I mean, you could patch and put together whatever you want to put together to make a story that works. But we'll see. We'll see what they do.
See, because I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but there was for some reason, because I know she's already come up in the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Is it Cassandra Cain? I guess her name is
Cassandra Cain. Yeah, which is Xavier's sister.
Yes. In utero twin or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to go in that era.
But even that's a little bit later in the era of continuity as well too. It's not. You're talking probably. Cassandra kind of really became a prominence like mid 2000s and up. Before then, she wasn't really a character that had much presence, right?
Because I wonder, and this is just hold on a second. Al says, "Can they resurrect Bob Hoskins via CGI to play Wolverine?" He would actually. He does have the demeanor for sure. Because looking at Brand New Day and looking at even Supergirl, right? Woman of Tomorrow, they're not actually really adapting these storylines. They are more taking popular storylines and using them as marketing tools for their own stories. Yeah. So there's a good chance we might get something like wholly original. And then it's like, then what are you going to get?
I have a feeling it'd be like a bastardization of a couple different storylines pieced together to make it work, which is fine. Right? I'm just, like I said, my biggest thing is if they're going to put, what's her name in it?
Sadie Sink?
Yeah, not Sadie Sink. Well, Sadie Sink, what's her name? Emma Frost. Right, as a character. So you have to have an era where, so there's got to be a Scott. There's got to be a Wolverine if you're going to pull numbers. But who do you cast as Wolverine? And the thing is, after Hugh Jackman, because he'll have his last appearance in probably Secret Wars, right? Like, who do you cast as Wolverine that's going to get people in the seats?
I think that like Wonder Woman is going to be the toughest casting decision.
Yeah.
Right. Like when they were trying to figure out how to replace Linda Carter.
Yeah.
It was tough, and they did a good job. Gal Gadot
did well for a while.
Good job. Yes. And I liked her as Wonder Woman, but it's
outside of Wonder Woman, she can't act herself out of a paper bag. But I get it.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
I'll go that far. She's awful
because you're a hater, but that's okay. My main concern is when you still have the present actor who can play the role is still around.
Yeah.
Because Hugh Jackman hasn't aged out yet.
He's close though, because you got to think
you can play old man Wolverine. Like people still want to see him, right?
Or can he go for another 15 years, 20 years?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea, right? And it depends how they write him and what they do. And do they want to kick off? So the thing is, do you want to kick off a franchise when you have such a bankable character and actor associated with the character in this new thing? Because it's in a way, it's almost going to be unfair to whoever they pick.
Yeah,
to live up to that legacy.
Totally.
Right, and if they don't cast well.
Whatever. So you hear the end of it. Yeah, you won't hear the end of it.
You know what? I like this one. Touch Pie. He'll go as long as Sir Ian McKellen. How old is Ian McKellen? He's like in his 80s now? 85?
Like 85, 84, 85.
Yeah. Adam says, to be honest with you, I prefer an unknown as Wolvie that just knocks it out of the park, and we don't associate it with any other roles.
I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that. I would even go with somebody that's mildly popular that does stuff, but he's not like a big star. Like what's his name, Edgerton, that was on.
Darren.
He's a good, and he's young enough still. Mm-hmm. He has 20 years in him, and he could bulk up pretty well. So like somebody like that, I would go with. I don't want like a big superstar because then it becomes a whole price bracket thing. And Marvel generally now is not casting for big superstars. Like they could have done Idris, but they ended up with this other guy that's still an emerging actor. So Marvel knows that they don't want to spend their $10 million budget on a main actor. They'll work their way up to it. Like, I mean, Tom Holland now, his next 2 Spider-Mans, he's got to be getting at least 10 mil a plot, right?
Yeah. And speaking of him, actually, he kind of said that he's going to pass the torch on to Miles. He's looking at bringing Miles.
Yeah, he says that now, but after this box office, they're not introducing Miles anytime soon. Right? After this run on this box office, they're not introducing Miles anytime soon. And they got to keep on making movies every 5 years or they lose their license.
Mm-hmm.
Lose the IP, right? So.
I can totally see Miles. You just don't have, like they've done it in Marvel. You don't have to shelve Peter.
No,
Miles comes in and they're doing Marvel Team Up anyway.
Yeah, so he'll mentor him or some sort of kind of thing, right? So, I mean, we'll see how they do it. But
what would be interesting, though, because I can't remember the actor's name, but if they got the kid from Stranger Things. Because he's actually really good friends with Sadie Sink. So it'd be interesting if they bring him into the MCU and they get to, share some scenes. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, maybe. I'm waiting for the Spider-Man Fantastic Four crossover. When they greenlight the next Fantastic Four, he's got to guest star and become friends with Johnny.
Al says, I will rage quit Marvel forever if they cast Daniel Radcliffe. Didn't he do some sort of a rage out kind of performance where he spoofed Wolverine?
He did some kind of spoof thing before, and everybody's always said he would be like when he goes gruff, he doesn't look half bad, right? But he's another one too. He might be a little bit too old for the role that they're trying to play out.
He might also be too iconic with another role.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is once you're big on another role, it becomes hard selling people on a different role. Sometimes I find. Yeah,
it's one thing if the person's a huge star.
Yeah.
But if they are, I'm gonna have to check out Darce Montgomery or Dakra Montgomery.
Ooh.
I've never heard that name.
I've never heard that either.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're going into the Stranger Things.
Oh, that's the guy?
Yeah, let me pull him up. So he played kind of like the
he's the guitar guy? The guitar guy?
Billy. He played Billy in Stranger Things. So he was the guy who's kind of wooing the mom.
So I never watched it, so I don't know.
He reminds me a lot of Rob Lowe, actually.
Okay. Oh, he was just somewhere kind of like
this here. Yeah. This here is Rob Lowe from when I was a kid.
Yeah, he does look like a Rob Lowe in that haircut. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's who they styled it after.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see him. Yeah, unprettified for sure because he's crazy pretty boy.
Yeah. I never watched Stranger Things, and it's too late now. I'm not gonna take the chance of watching it.
Season 1, season 2. Once they start to get
popular,
it's not popular. Like the kids age up because it takes so long to do the series.
Yes. Now you look like
So they're like 30-year-olds still kind of
teenagers
going into high school.
Yeah.
Right. And
that's always a classic. Yeah.
7 inches and their voices drop and all that kind of stuff.
Truth be told, I didn't mind it when it was Buffy, but for some reason, the new era of teenage ones, I'm not a big fan of.
Al, I agree with you on this one. 1 to 4 isn't bad. I think Vaughn is just or stop after 1. It's one of those things too. It's kind of like The Matrix.
Yeah,
you can watch all of them except for maybe the last one. But if you just watch the first one, you kind of have everything that you need in terms of what that thing's giving you. Sorry.
I'll check it out one time.
Yeah, don't be too much of a hater. Don't be too much of a hater. I'm gonna go back here because Al said.
I saw some Buffy comments,
Yeah, and that's why I'm going back because I know you like Buffy. I'm still a Buffy fan. I remember watching it in my halls of residence at Union 99. Yeah, man, that's 27 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Let that
I
sink in.
mean, Josh has his really shady background, but I gotta say, man, he is a great TV producer and showrunner and all the other stuff. Bad behavior aside.
And he did, what was it, the Buffy speak? Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, he's
Like,
the
he
one
kind of
kind of
revolutionized how young kids spoke in
on
TV.
TV. Yeah, on TV.
Yeah.
On TV shows for sure. Yeah. He was the guy that started a lot of the slang, and he even started a whole slew of like TV tropes as well too. Like he started a lot of that as well too, right?
I would even argue that Whedon's Buffy template has been replicated over and over and over, because it's basically the Scooby Gang, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In live action, and it's been replicated over and over and over again. Anytime you're getting kids in and as an ensemble
Cast, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those story plays out all the time, right? Like he was the first person to ever do a silent episode, right?
Yeah.
Every major show has a silent episode or a musical episode, right?
Yeah.
He's the first one that did a musical episode as well too. Now every show has a musical episode, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, right? Ahead of his time, to his own detriment.
For sure. Let's get to the cancellations.
Oh, the cancellations, yeah, that's
so it's kind of crazy. Like, Brand New Day came out, and then they slid this under the wire.
Yeah.
So we have Wonder Man, which has been canceled. This is courtesy of Black Girl Nerds on Threads. It's been canceled after one season. The show is no longer returning for S2. So it was greenlit for an S2.
Yeah. They had greenlit. Everybody's schedules was cleared out, supposedly. And Marvel kind of said, nah, we're good. And it's a little bit of the restructuring that's going on over there as well, too, with this new executive that's over there that's running things.
Mm-hmm. There's that, too.
Yeah.
For sure. And then also, Booster Gold has been canceled, apparently.
Has it been officially canceled? I didn't see that yet.
So this is from, let me see if I think this is from Shine Comics. So they're another YouTube channel.
Okay.
Says here, the writer has confirmed that James Gunn has canceled the DCU Booster Gold series.
I'm kind of glad, and not to sound thing, the people that they were lining up to say that was going to play Booster Gold, I'm for it. Cancel it then. Because they had, what's his name in it? The guy from Eternals that was supposed to come in. I like him as an actor, but I don't like him as Booster Gold. I would say the Indian guy.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let me get his name. I'm sure it's on like Al's fingertips right now.
Yeah. I like him as an actor. I like him in a lot of shows, but Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah.
Like, I like him as an actor, but not as Booster Gold. Right? And he has the comical chops for it, but I think a lot of other people could also do it as well, too.
Yeah, Al Davis said if it had Glenn Powell and not Kumail, that would be an interesting.
See, the only thing with that, Glenn Powell would be good, but I don't think Glenn Powell has the comedic level of timing that Kumail has. You know what I mean? So I can see why they probably led to him more so than other people, because his comedic timing was pretty bang on. You're doing how many sitcoms and serialized comedy shows that he's done in the past, right?
It's a great deadpan too.
Yeah, deadpan. Yeah, totally. So it's that type of thing. But I would think there's got to be somebody else out there that would work all right. But who knows? But also, I think they have their own. They have a lot of other problems to deal with over there. That Booster Gold is the least of their problems. Spider-Man blew away their last 3 movies combined in one weekend. Right? So that says something. You've been at it 2.5 years, and you still don't have a Batman in your universe lined up yet. You don't have a Wonder Woman in your universe lined up. We've talked this to death. Those are the ones that you should be pushing forward. As much as I like the look of Lanterns, fuck Lanterns. It's got to be Batman. Batman should have been front and center. I like the idea of Superman, but Batman should have been front and center starting this new universe. Day one.
I think because they already had Matt Reeves as Batman.
They weren't too concerned?
Well, think about it. Just think about it from a company point of view, right? That these movies are years in development.
Yeah.
and they've got a deal for 1, 2, whatever the 3 picture deal say.
Yeah.
The first one was decently successful, right?
All right. Like people make it sound like it did better than the other.
It was decently successful. It's not any of the Nolan stuff. It's definitely not like Tim Burton.
Snyder still beat him out. The first Batman, Superman, Snyder still beat it.
Right. It's not Snyder stuff. But what I'm getting at is, it's not just because you're making a Superman movie or you've hired this guy from Marvel.
Yeah.
You hired this guy from Marvel after you've had your Batman plans in rolling. And so what are you going to do? Because we all know that they don't think the public is smart enough to be able to handle 2 superheroes of the same moniker at the same time with different variations.
No,
right?
totally.
Oh my God, we can't have 2 Batman films where one universe is different than the other, because the audience doesn't get it, right?
Yeah.
The normies wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
So how do you then introduce or make Batman be the thrust of this new universe, James Gunn's DCU?
Yeah.
When you've got Matt Reeves' Batman and you've got Pattinson's Batman in this grounded universe connected to their TV shows running. Like I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, how do you do it?
Well, my rebuttal would have been that as soon as Matt Reeves got delayed a year and a half, and this has been going on for the last year and a half, that should have become front and center, right? Because it's been over a year and a half that Matt Reeves has been sick.
Superman was already. If you look at the calendar, but how do you ramp that up? Because you don't
need to ramp it up, but at least you could make an announcement.
But the announcement, and we're going to get into the announcement game, right? The announcement game doesn't bring you money. All it does is bring you hype. So then how do you then put the machine in order to cast the guy, get all the assets you need, the writing room, everything, director, get all that done, the costuming, whatever plans it is for the broader movie scheme you're going to do, if you already have Superman in play? Because Superman was in play after Matt Reeves' stuff, but not before the delay. It was after the delay that we heard about Matt Reeves' Batman being delayed. But you're now into the second Superman already, which is filming. So the timing for what you're arguing doesn't work out.
Yeah, I don't think it lines up ideally like that, because there's been a lot of time where it's just been sitting there doing nothing. Matt Reeves' Batman before he even started the new Superman. Right? So it's a little bit of that.
Well, let's see. When did Matt Reeves' Batman come out?
Oh, the other one?
So the Batman. So the Batman came out in 2022. So you're talking 4 years ago. That's not enough time.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about once the Superman was done and they already knew Batman Matt Reeves was supposed to be going, and he finished Superman. And then there's a year and a half delay when they said, oh, this is not happening. Because as he started Superman, Matt Reeves was supposed to have already handed in the Batman 2 script already. So and he announced all of his other Batman stuff already.
So let's see when
Matt Reeves' Batman should have come out early on this year or late last year.
Hired by DC. Right, but a film still takes. So Gunn was hired in 2018.
I'm not just saying the film had to be done. I'm just saying at least it shouldn't be these other things.
But you can't have that gap. You can't have if Matt Reeves is held back, how do you change course? How do they change course to include? And I'm not saying that you're wrong that they should have a Batman cast, but how do you change course if the plan is to have a Batman movie? Yes, it gets delayed, but we're not talking 8 years here. We're talking 4 years.
Well, I don't know, because at the same time, too, he changed course on all the other projects that they canceled out of the gate when he first came and announced DCEU, and he canceled those, but then he chose to move on with Superman 2 and these other things versus doing a Batman. So that's my only argument. Like, you could put another, like, once Superman was done, and you canceled Authority, you canceled Booster Gold, all these other things, you could start putting things in the works for a Batman movie, because the other one was hadn't delivered the script yet for Batman 2. So that's my only thing. Either way, you can move on.
All right. I disagree. We'll agree to disagree
Really good to disagree.
because
We'll see how long this DC universe lasts.
Yeah, the wheels of making these things, they ain't quick. Al says if Taylor Kitsch was depretified and made to act like he's constantly suppressing feral animal rage, he could be a great Wolverine. Thinking about it,
Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, the former Gambit is now Wolverine. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
he's a good age in comparison to the younger actors for X-Men that have been rumored. I also think Kaylee Spaney would make a better Jean Grey than Sadie Sink, and Sadie Sink could have been Rogue instead. Sure, but like.
Yeah. A lot of these guys are interchangeable by the time.
All great choices.
Yeah.
So Gunn, Al says that Gunn has done F with 8 years of the DCU, and Touchby says 8 years. Yes. So we're coming up on almost the design of a decade. Gunn, I don't think.
Has it been the long that he's been there?
Yeah, because it was 2018. I just mentioned it. To captain the DCU ship. So that's when he was hired, right? So just because you're hired, it's going to take at least 2 years to develop something, and then you go from there, right? There shouldn't be two captains.
Well, I get the two captains part because one's more the executive, the other one's on the creative side, right? One's just dealing with the money, the other one's dealing with the actual productions and the day-to-day stuff of actually getting the movies off the ground. So that I'm not too opposed to. There's a lot of things I've done to captains as well too. So I don't think that's too bad. It's just if it's 8 years, yeah. And what have we gotten? 2 movies now? A bunch of TV shows?
Got some cartoons.
Yeah, some cartoons.
Mandos,
Superman, and
Superman, Supergirl, and the second Superman coming out.
Yeah.
And I guess, is Lanterns considered under his watch or no?
Lanterns is under his watch for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got that. Getting back to the cancellations, though.
Yeah.
If you look at Armor Wars, She-Hulk, all the stuff that has been either done or rumored to be, a second season, Wonder Man now, it's almost as though the MCU is moving away from television.
Well, they're scaling back. That's for sure. Definitely scaling it back because you look at what you could get for, one good Spider-Man film or one good big movies film. The TV shows don't seem to equate to the same value.
There's no money.
Yeah.
There's no money in streaming in terms of, the amount of investment that you're going to get and then what you're going to get out of it. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, because you're still going to spend close to $100 million for a series for one season, and then you can maybe do that in one movie. You double up and you get a higher level of profits, right? So I don't know. I don't think it's worth it in the end, but that's just me. But I still think it's good to have a good catalog of products as well too. But I guess it's one of those ships where they got stirred down this path by another executive 6+ years ago, and now they have to kind of pick up the pieces of some of that as well too.
Yeah, because when you acquire things, and this is it's just how it seems to be. When you acquire things, you're almost stuck with certain systems until that system runs out. So streaming was the thing, right?
Yeah. So everybody had to jump on the streaming bandwagon.
Right? Because everything was uncertain after the lockdowns.
Yeah.
And it's really, to be honest with you, it's only The Odyssey and Brand New Day that are reigniting people like, oh, I think I'll go watch this in the cinema.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're and Al makes a good point, compared to the cost, one division costs as much as a whole movie with little return. So, if you look at that and you're looking at bottom line now, especially with all of the layoffs that's happened due to the mergers and acquisitions and duplication and all that kind of stuff, they're just going to streamline their programming as well too.
Yep. It's no matter of time. All that stuff is just going to go to the wayside.
And so now, with that, with the Hall H announcements of we're going to do a Nova series, right, or a Nova movie, or anything that you hear coming out of these Studios, which is, like you said earlier, well, we'll see if that ever gets made, kind of thing. Is this not just hype? Is this not just like all of these announcements are more hype trains to keep interest for when the actual one or two movies come out, as opposed to, yeah, we're doing it, and then you're getting a delivery on the announcement.
In what sense? In Nova or just in general?
In general, right? Yeah. So we're gonna announce cast members. We're gonna announce that we're doing this slate of movies.
Yeah.
You know, phase infinity, whatever it is that we're in now. And then you go 2 years down the line, and it's like, oh, we're not doing that anymore. Because think of Guns DCU. It was Themyscira. Where's that? Right? Yeah. We still, as you said, don't have a Wonder Woman, don't have a Batman.
Don't have an Authority. Authority was supposed
to come out.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Right? And when you think about it, too much too fast with stuff that's obscure. Because, like, let's be honest, Guardians is kind of a fluke.
Guardians definitely is a fluke. In regards
everyone's trying to recreate it, though. Everyone's trying to recreate. We can take the C-list characters.
Yeah.
C-list characters don't even drive comic books.
True. But even, like, you think Spider-Verse is kind of a fluke as well, too. Granted, it's Spider-Man, but it wasn't the main Spider-Man character, right? Miles Morales was still a young, new character at that time as well, too, roughly.
But the thing with Spider-Verse is, it's the brand, man.
Yeah, like, I know Spider-Man's a big thing. Yeah,
it's the brand, like that brand. And then if you have him doing Spidery type stuff, and for a lot of kids, that's Spider-Man. Like, it's still Peter. Like, let's not fool ourselves. But that brand goes a long way. And then you put Peter in the as well too, and then you've got Spider-Gwen, and it's kind of marketing genius.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the DC stuff, I'm not too sure what their plans are doing, because right now, like we keep on saying, they are dropping the ball a little bit. Yeah. Outside of their comics division, which is the division that they don't want to put any interest in, I would say the comic division is one of their best divisions right now. Their game division, which is NetherRealms or whatever, Warner bought them, is not doing great. They had their last Mortal Kombat flopped after the very first 6 months. Now they're pivoting back to maybe doing a DC versus NetherRealm, or like a DC versus type game. When they did the what was the one, that Injustice, they might do another Injustice game, because at least the characters have momentum right now that they could maybe do something like that. So who knows? Who knows?
Adam has a great point here. Exactly, can't recreate that fluke. At this point, they need to stick with the flagships and have more obscure characters make appearances. And I guess that's what they're doing with Blue Beetle, right?
Yeah.
So Blue Beetle's going to be in Man of Tomorrow, and then with Al says here, this is with regard to Spider-Verse, and that's another movie, because I think that movie's coming out like almost 2028, so that's going to be a huge gap between the second and third installments. But the art style and animation were pretty spectacular, and for sure. I know it wasn't for everybody. I personally loved it.
Yeah,
like
they went back to the drawing board with that movie, and they pretty much had test screenings based on what they were at for the first time around, and they didn't feel like it hit the mark. So they kind of restarted a bunch of stuff. I had a friend that worked on it a bit, and she was like, kind of had to kind of rework a lot on that, because she's over at Sony ImageWorks.
Right. Well, they've got brand new day money, so
yeah. Keep on injecting that brand new day money on it. So let's stop the ticking clock. They have until 2030 for the next one.
Al, that pun wrote itself. So you're just locked into the Spider-Verse. Well done, looked pretty spectacular. It's kind of interesting, because I know these things go in cycles, but I think it's kind of interesting that Marvel and DC have kind of flipped. For the longest while, it was Marvel that was putting out the banger comics.
Yeah.
And DC was putting out the banger transmedia product, whether it was their movies or their cartoons.
Yeah.
And now you can argue that Marvel's comics are subpar, trailing DC.
Definitely trailing.
DC's absolutely killing it, particularly with the Absolute Universe.
Yep.
And it's Marvel's games, right?
Yeah.
That are building a lot of the hype and movies, right? So it used to be that it was DC comics, not so good. Everything else, great. And Marvel's comics were fantastic, but they couldn't get anything on TV. Like, go back and take a look at like some of those X-Men related TV shows back
Yeah,
in the
awful.
90s. They
Was
weren't
it
great.
next X Generation or whatever?
Generation X.
Yeah, it's not like all that stuff was just awful.
Right.
Right. All shot in Toronto. All just bad.
Yeah, and I think that was the first on-screen interpretation of Emma Frost
Might have been, yeah. Might have been, yeah.
before First Class.
Yeah, first, yeah.
Yeah. Word came out from, I guess, Amazon Studios that the casting for Bond is ongoing, and they, I'm gonna not quote them exactly, but they said that the casting has to be spectacular.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I wonder what the clause is until they bought the IP, right? So they own it right now.
Yep.
So they don't have to worry about any kind of time slates. But even still, there's probably a condition in there that they have to get it done within the next year. It shouldn't be this hard. But I mean, I do have faith in Danny. Sorry, I always pronounce it wrong. Danny Villeneuve or whatever.
Villeneuve.
Yeah, Villeneuve. Yeah, I have faith in that he will pull it through. But yeah, I mean, he has enough time because he has to still finish Dune. I bet he'll probably do another project before he actually does Bond next, right? So you might not see a new Bond until 2028 at this rate, right? They'll probably cast him either this year or next year. They'll cast him, right? And then Danny won't start it until 2028. So you still got a little bit of a wait at this rate, I feel.
Okay, Al put forth Freddie Stroma. So that's actually Peacemaker's Vigilante.
Oh, Vigilante? Yeah. Vigilante, he'll probably clean up. He'd be fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young enough as well, too. And he has persona, so he probably...
But he's 39, so he'll be 50 in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
If you're not filming now.
But Bond's weird, too. They kind of take a long time for these movies for some reason.
Here's the thing, though. They used to be every 2 years. They used to churn them out. That's why Roger Moore could do 7.
Yeah.
Right? For me, I think they got to cast a little younger. Mm-hmm. Like, get someone in their mid-30s, early to mid-30s. If you can have... So this is the weird thing that I don't understand. And you can help me out on this one. We're okay seeing old-ass people play high school students.
Yeah.
But not youngish people playing older people. And what I mean by that is someone who's in their early 30s playing someone who's in their early 40s.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why is that? Because like the 90210 kids were like almost getting senior citizen pensions and getting half-price prescriptions because of how old they were.
And we accepted it in the 90s.
We accepted it. I think Gabrielle Kateris was like 30.
30-something, yeah.
When she was playing a high school kid.
Yeah, for sure. No.
Right? And that's not a knock on her or anything like that, but there's like that was the accepted norm. Everyone plays older, right?
I mean, you still got people doing that now. I mean, it's weird because I feel like the most recent Bond game is a pretty good template of it. I don't know if they would follow it exactly, but he's like what, mid to late 20s.
Yeah, he's
a young agent.
Early Spy Days. I don't even think he's 00 to start, but he might be.
Jason Priestley was 77 in the files. That's really good.
Oh, so 90210 was the age?
Jason Priestley was pretty good. Yeah, so I like the new game was actually pretty good. I watched somebody play through most of it, so we'll see.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think, again, Bond's not that hard. Just cast someone who's right and give me good scripts.
Yeah.
And give me some good stunts, and you got me.
Hey, J-Man.
Hey, J-Man. What's up?
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to rush the absolute Batman film, though.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, as much as people love the absolute Batman in the nerd sphere, it's not well known enough in the general public sphere. And also, it becomes a situation. It's weird because how much do they push it? Because the Absolute Batman is pretty graphic, and I don't know, they would still want to go PG-13 with something like that versus, you know what I mean?
That's always a consideration, absolutely.
So it's because it's just the audience, the wide audience that you have to get the numbers, right? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry and his kid is going to that movie, right? And that's how Spider-Man became so big. Once you hit past like 14 plus, it becomes a barrier of entry, right? To get your box office number to where you want it to be.
Yeah, for the longest time, it took forever for a restricted film to be a
More
blockbuster.
to be a big
Right?
blockbuster. Yeah.
It's just hard.
Yeah,
Because
it's hard.
it's like you're cutting your audience in half.
Yeah.
And the rewatchability, right?
Yeah.
So
because at least a younger person will go and watch it with their other friends because different friend groups and different stuff like that if you missed it. But when you're old and you say, okay, I'm going to go watch it this one time, God forbid you find other friends that you got to go watch it because that's asking a lot.
yeah, for sure. Al says that the graphs for DC and Marvel are
Inverted?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And to be honest with you, let's just call a spade a spade. DC has a lot of Marvel's old talent.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, DC's, Marvel's struggling for talent right now.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, they have talent, but the talent to make the big blockbuster books the way that they want them, they might have to spend some money.
Mm-hmm.
They might have to spend some definite money.
It might
But
just
at the same time, too, it's not a priority for them right now. It would have been a different Marvel 5 years ago, before even more than that, before Disney bought them. It would have been a different time then, because they would have went out and said, "Okay, you guys are kicking our ass. Let's see who we could get to infuse some new injection of talent, so that next summer we have the #1 books across the board." Right now, Marvel doesn't care. Disney doesn't care. It's all about keeping the IPs going. You can tell whatever stories you want. There must be a mandate over there. Just tell the stories, keep characters coming, and we're good. And we'll pay the salaries. Because it's a line item on the investor call. Marvel's like a small line item. It's like a fraction of all the movie stuff and the what they call them, the park stuff. Like the park stuff and the movie stuff are the main bread and butter, not including their TVs and TSN and ESPN and all that other stuff. Right? Marvel takes up, I would say, let me guess. I would say Marvel is probably maybe 0.5%?
Maybe. But Al, not just Jim Lee. Like obviously Jim Lee has been at DC forever and a day.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of those crossover books, they're being headlined by DC talent.
Yeah.
Right. So the Deadpool Batman crossover, that's Capullo, Dan Mora, Jorge Jimenez. Those are all DC talents, man. Like that's like if you're going to get your like other than someone who does like stuff like Art Germ for covers.
Yeah, covers. Yeah. Like the interior stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, I think those guys started at DC as well too. So they weren't like free agents that were going around, whatever. They started doing stuff on DC and then they just took off, right?
Yeah, like Otto Schmidt, who I don't think gets enough credit. He did a lot of Green Arrow stuff. Sorry, is
Otto Schmidt the guy that's a little more cartoony?
No, he draws out like Jorge Jimenez in terms of his line weight, kind of like Phil Noto and Jorge Jimenez.
Is he the one that did the DC Vampire stuff?
I don't think so. I think like Otto Schmidt. Just go look at his Green Arrow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's on point. And so like when you look at, they're like DC's basically like the Dodgers of baseball. Anyone who follows Major League Baseball, it's like an all-star on every book, right? And then even someone who may not have been an all-star, like Nick Dragotta, he's become an all-star because of
an all-star,
right? And yeah, just like the hot artists have gone from Image, and I think that's maybe a DC thing.
Yeah,
it's a holdover from an Image thing because of Jim,
mm-hmm.
where it's like, yeah, get some great writers out there, but if you pair great writers and fantastic artists, you're gonna win. That's a winning competition.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic because then you had guys like Greg Capullo that's been over there for a while, and then now he's finally just moved over back to Marvel again doing stuff. But I have a feeling he'll probably
he's semi-retired, so he doesn't even count anymore.
Yeah, he'll probably jump back to. I have a feeling he'll be in Image before he goes back to DC. Right, and same thing like what Dave Finch is doing. Right, he left DC. Now he's kind of doing Image stuff for Walking Dead, and now he's doing that Kirkman book. He's been doing stuff with Kirkman for a while. All of the Walking Dead reprint covers and the color covers. That's been his thing.
And you've got like Kubert doing, what is it, Terminal?
It's Terminal, yeah. So it's
right?
Kubert and David Fincher doing Terminal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Marvel's kind of like the shallow pool right now.
Yeah.
And you have people like Daniel Warren Johnson, kind of doing their own thing. Are they doing independent stuff or they're working at DC?
Yeah.
Just this is the way it is. Getting back to Brand New Day. Actually, let me look at Adam's comment here. Right about the inverted graphs, Al. Maybe DC has to rush an absolute Batman film. You had already mentioned that.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah. And he also said too that talk to a younger employee. This is Adam as well too at Capitaine Quebec, which is a Montreal LCS, and she was reading Giant Size X-Men based on interest from Marvel rivals, and so that's where like the transmedia type stuff, where your games and your role playing games and your lunch boxes and your cartoons get you back to the source material. And there's one thing, and I guess we did it too to an extent.
Yeah.
But talking to a lot of younger gens, mm-hmm. they're interested in watching the movies that we would have watched first time around. So like 80s movies are big. And I guess it's kind of like how the 60s were a thing. And even maybe a little bit of the 50s were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at least when I was younger, because I'm considerably older than you are. Right? So it's interesting that when you put these things out, now they're going back to the source material and getting some pretty interesting takes on stuff that had come out years before.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, I was just going to say, no idea. Terminal was Kubert. Looks great.
Yeah, that's Kirkman and Kubert. And then I think Dave Finch picks up on the second arc after issue 6.
Mm-hmm.
So they're flipping. They're back and forth. They're flipping back and forth. So, but he's doing a lot of the alternate covers as well too. Yeah, the first cover was a lot more old school in how they told that story, Al. I liked it for the most part. It's not your standard stuff, but you can tell that also Kirkman is a product of his time as well too. He kind of wrote based on the early days of writing, so it's a pretty straightforward story.
Right.
He did the blind bag and got an issue 7, which Finch. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it was a weird comic because I was trying to explain that to Steve how they did the blind bags, and it was only issue 1, 2, and 7 that were blind bags.
I still don't get it. I knew explained it. I'm still like, I'm like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's a weird blind bag, and I think last time I checked, he's doing a YouTube thing. He's working on issue 9 right now. I think he is. So they're pretty far ahead. Right, for this stuff. So they have a little bit of ways to go. This is going to run for a while.
Yeah. And now, as you said, their issue was good, a bit old school.
Yeah. I didn't get any blind bags. I went to get blind bags. All the blind bags were gone. So I just took the standard covers. But the standard covers, you only got issue 1. You had to buy a blind bag to get any of the other issue 2s or whatnot. But issue 2 should be out this month, I think.
Okay.
So you should be able to get it mid-month, issue 2. So I'll have to go up to my local LCS sometime this month and pick up some stuff.
I wonder how far ahead they are in production.
From what I gathered, they're probably around issue 8 or 9 right now. Based on what Dave Finch is doing right now, he was doing a YouTube video on how to draw a panel of a comic, and he's using his issue 9 as a test.
Spoilers. So if you want to know what's going on in Terminal sometime into early 2027, go check out Dave Finch.
It's a pretty ambiguous panel. It's just talking more about like force perspective and stuff like that. But it didn't actually reveal anything. But it's pretty interesting though.
Yeah, these guys are they're pros at this. So you're gonna get what they give you, which isn't gonna be a lot.
Yeah, but also you think about it, right? If Kubert already he's probably drawn up to like issue 4 or 5 by now. So then if Finch is taking over afterwards, like I don't know how they're doing it. Is it 4 and 4 or 5 and 5 or whatever? So that means that they're quite a bit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's underneath Kirkman's label, so there's no instance of them say they're going to cancel the book. It's going to be more so how long Kirkman writes it before he gets either tired of it or somebody else can't fulfill a deadline.
Right.
Right.
We're going to wrap this up with taking a look at the box office. So this is courtesy of Variety, Rebecca Rubin. Spider-Man Brand New Day crosses 1 billion in 6 days. Second fastest movie to hit the milestone. And if that doesn't make people kind of change their mind on stuff in terms of like how they're going to get their IPs on screen and what's the best way to do it, I'm sure like not everyone has a Spider-Man and not everyone has a Batman.
Nope.
Right. But, you know, Spider-Man Brand New Day surpassed 1 billion globally in near record time. Sony and Marvel's comic book adventure starring Tom Holland as the web-slinging hero notched the milestone after 6 days of release, a mind-boggling pace. Only 2019 superhero epic Avengers Endgame, which captured a stunning 1.2 billion worldwide in its opening weekend, was faster to the coveted box office benchmark. And that's an ensemble movie of ensemble movies, culminating the, I guess, the end of all the phases that Marvel was kicking up. It's insane to think that amount of money was spent to watch this movie, and it's also going to push Odyssey out of some IMAX theaters.
Oh, it was because they only had I think they had it for like 10 days or 15 days. They had the IMAX exclusivity, so they didn't have it for like indefinite. But so I mean they've had a good run.
Oh, both those movies have.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be the same problem with Dune, right? Because Dune right now has exclusive lock on a lot of the IMAX theaters, while Avengers, whatever it's called, doesn't have any. So they're making up their own.
Doomsday.
Yeah,
that little movie.
Yeah, doesn't have any IMAX theaters right now, so they're just making up their own fake IMAX thing that they're going to be calling it
Vision, Infinity Vision.
Yeah, something Vision, Infinity Vision. Like, come on, man. It's like you're trying to bullshit a bullshit. I'm like, come on, guys.
What was the one that Tarantino had for Planet Death? You know the double bill.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what that one was.
It was some sort of spectral vision type stuff. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but well, you know, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Just getting back into the comments here. Al says that Kirkman is really good at getting really far ahead before releasing issue 1.
Yeah. He seems like he has his production timelines pretty locked down.
Yeah.
Which I applaud because, I mean, after Walking Dead finished, he hasn't had really any late books per se. I know there's a couple things. I think the last or 2 issues of Walking Dead was pushed back quite a bit before they came out. But after that, he's been pretty bang on in all of the stuff that he does, all of his G.I. Joe stuff that he has going on and whatnot. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So Al, you know what? We were kind of joking about this on J-Man's stream. That there's like 6 actors in Hollywood, and Zendaya, Tom Holland, and John Barenthal are saving cinema right now.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
They are doing a lot of heavy lifting.
So there's a lot of people sitting at home going, can I get a gig? Essentially.
I saw one actress. She was in the Odyssey. I think it's a UK actress. And she was saying something along the lines that outside of this movie with what's his name did? Christopher Nolan did. Mm-hmm. And he cast her in that thing. She's like, I haven't been cast in a movie for like a year and a half plus. Right. And she's a pretty well-known actress from what I like in that kind of stuff. She's not like a big star, but you've seen her on stuff. And she was saying, yeah, I haven't worked in like a year plus. And because a lot of people, you only have a small knit. It's like the same thing with like comics. You have a small knit of artists doing a lot of the same work, if not a lot of the cover work. Like we only have like 10, 15 blockbuster cover artists, and then you see them all the time. Like as much as I love them, I am sick of seeing a J. Scott Campbell Marvel cover of this or Marvel cover of that. Like come on, man. How many houses can he need? Like it's kind of
but the thing about it is it's a business, right?
Yeah, I get it.
And so if he moves numbers,
Yeah.
right, then they're going to go back to him.
But that's also the speculator market that's kind of ruining some of this stuff too.
Was it Samantha Morton you're talking about?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
Hey, Rogues, what's up?
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as like everything gets funneled, right?
Yeah.
And so if the competition for dollars is tighter,
Yeah.
they want to go for home runs.
Oh, totally. And I don't blame anybody for that.
And they're going to go for home runs for casting.
Yeah. Right? I don't blame anybody for that. For me, on the other side, I feel kind of, I could say whatever I say, but if it comes down to me and I got to choose the actress that's going to get me more money versus the actor that may act themselves out of a paper bag, like great, but at the same time, they're a little bit more of an unknown. I'm going for the people that are going to get me, butts in the seats, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Absolutely. It's one of those things, even with the decisions that are in all of these films.
Yeah.
They're business decisions, right? Yeah. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And let's be honest, this is a cycle. There's going to come a point where we're not going to see John Barenthal and we're not going to see Tom Holland or Zendaya. They're going to get older. They're going to have families. They're going to fall out of favor. They're going to have 2 or 3 movies that aren't going to work. Like, think of Johnny Depp and how many movies he was in, and Morgan Freeman. Like, every movie was Morgan Freeman for a while, right? Gene Hackman, he was in everything. Jennifer Lawrence was in everything. Leonardo DiCaprio. And then they get to a point where you can either be selective, or you're trying to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel a lot of them have like a 10-year run, and then you find that they either become like they'll keep on acting, but they'll be more selective on their roles. Like Jennifer Lawrence's due, she had a huge outing, and then she kind of tapered off a little bit.
She's had kids.
Yeah, and so we'll see now when she decides to jump back in again. See how her next run does.
And it's also what roles they can get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I remember she was making fun of somebody else about getting a Christopher Nolan movie, and she was
talking to Robert Pattinson. It was in an interview where they're interviewing each other.
Yeah, and they're like, "Must be nice, right?"
Yeah. And he just kind of chuckled.
He chuckles, yeah, because he's been in like 3 or 4 of them now.
Yeah, but it's like Cillian Murphy, right?
Yeah.
Right. He was Oppenheimer. Yeah. He was in the Batman movie. Like, he's in a lot of Christopher Nolan stuff, and I think he kind of was like, "I'm glad I'm not in this one," just because he, get some time away.
Yeah, get some time away. They have to miss you in some ways too, right?
There is that.
There's a little bit of that, right? Especially coming off such a big blockbuster that was Oppenheimer. He has his choice of movies for the next year or two, until he does something that kind of contradicts that, right? So I think that's what kind of how your cards get played out sometimes, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Right. You get to Taylor Kitsch is a perfect example.
Oh yeah,
he was super hot. Like,
he was that heavy. Yeah.
And then John Carter came out.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
I think it was John Carter and then Battleship back to back, and you're just like, God damn.
Yeah, you're like, bro. That's when you look at your agent, you're like,
yeah, you fire those asses.
Yes, true. And also, yes, Cillian was doing Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
So, and that's also the thing too, is like some actors have moved into television for prestige TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm watching Zoe and
Saldana
and Morgan Freeman in that new Lioness show, and I actually generally enjoy that show. It's a little bit more up my alley in the espionage.
Isn't Nicole Kidman in that as well too?
And Nicole Kidman is in that too. She plays Zoe's handler, and she's a CIA kind of like boss.
She's station chief. She's a station chief.
Yeah, station chief. Yeah. So she's good. She's really good in that. Like, it's a top-notch cast. And it's the classic situation. Any of the people that have been in other of what's his name's TV shows, Taylor Sheridan, they're in that show too. I gotta say, he's a devoted guy. He likes his actors who he likes.
You work with who you got, right? Yeah. And who you can trust.
Yeah.
And like Scorsese had his crew.
Yeah.
Lucas kind of had his crew.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Ford. Think of Harrison Ford not being a part of Star Wars. There's no Indy. Like it's might have been Thomas Selleck as Indy, but if you go back to the well with the people you know.
That makes works. I think so.
Yeah. So yes, Zoe Saldana is quite attractive. It's funny, and also super talented. But it's funny. She was in Westworld.
Oh, Thandie Newton.
Thandie Newton
Yeah.
are they get mistaken for each other all the time. It's kind of funny.
Zoe saying her mom mistakes.
Yeah, her mom's like, I saw you in something. She goes, Mom, that wasn't me. It was either Thandie's mom or Zoe's mom. One of
those. Either way, it's so bad.
Yeah. But it's true though. Like Hollywood has certain looks and
there's certain types that they really love. So, but I mean, hey man, if you do well on camera and you're not camera like you know what I mean? Camera shy, or like the camera loves you.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. There's like 4 actresses that look exactly like her.
Exactly like her.
Or could be like her sister.
Yeah, I mean, the one that we just talked about right now, Samara Weaving, is
Samara Weaving is there. Jamie Priestley.
Yeah, I like Jamie more so myself. Yeah. I've always been a Jamie fan.
Al, you're correct, but can I say it, Vaughn? Can I say it?
Yeah, black don't crack.
Black don't crack. So we get gray, but we don't necessarily crack.
Yeah.
So she's still Thandie to me. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because she changed. Did she change her the spelling of her name from earlier in her career?
I think she changed it somewhere, but I'm talking really earlier.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it. I want to thank everyone for joining us in the chat. It was awesome having you guys all around. Vaughn, it was good chopping it up with you as well too.
Thank you, good sir.
And looking forward to more. Also, a heads up: we are going to be launching a Kickstarter in probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and it's called Chronocari Alpha, and we'd love it if you would head over to the Kickstarter page. We'll put it in the comments, and it'd be awesome if you guys, even if you don't support it, go and click and follow it on the pre-launch page. That'd be awesome. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their evenings, Al across the pond, and their afternoons, and spending it with us, talking comics and movies and entertainment. And we look forward to doing it with you again in 7 days. All right. Tune in later today because we're going to be finishing up the Todd McFarlane run with J-Man and Sean. And we're going to have some fun with that. And I think Classic Comics is going to join us as well, too. Yep. All right. Take care, everyone, and stay safe.
Stay safe, guys. Have a good one.